Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Sometimes, the very strength of the animals and the very struggle to survive tends to turn against them. They often end up in such miserable places and heartbreaking situations. We only get to have one thing to say for them. These animals were treated unfairly by nature. Grieving tiger. Tigers may be known to be one of nature's most feared and ferocious predators, but they too have feelings at the end of the day. Footage was captured somewhere in the remote areas of India, where a female tiger was desperately searching for her mate. A group of wildlife experts and animal trackers joined in on the search, only to find her male companion killed by a villager who was in fear of the life of his cattle. The female tiger kept on grieving as she could smell the scent of her companion, but was not able to find him. Dog dying in sewage. Of all the animals, finding man's best friend in such a condition is quite heartbreaking. This sick and emaciated dog was found dying in a gutter. The condition was so bad that he was unable to defend from having flies swarming on the ice. Fortunately, a group of Good Samaritans noticed this poor dog and began their efforts to stabilize and revive him by first giving him IV fluids, followed by feeding and bathing. It was also given necessary treatments to help get back on his feet, as due to malnourishment, the dog could not walk. Old lion with a broken back. Lions are known to be quite mighty, but nothing lasts forever. This old-aged lion was recorded by an unknown source in an undisclosed location in Africa, showing an old lion that looks to be in distress while having its back broken. The source reported that a clan of ruthless wild dogs bit off the old Lion King's spine, rendering him defenseless against them. A younger lion was able to defend his elderly in his last moments until eventually the old lion expired and the wolf dogs started feeding on his carcass. Disabled baby elephant. Although this baby elephant is disabled, its family has not abandoned him. Andrea Turcolo is an elephant biologist who walks 45 minutes to the Dzonga clearing on a daily basis to study elephant movements and behavior. As she regularly monitors them, Andrea was shocked to see the disabled baby elephant thriving. With its condition, it could have easily been left behind, but its mother is refusing to leave it behind. Aside from the sheer determination of the elephants, there are little to no predators in the area who could threaten the well-being of this young elephant. Deer with broken neck. The worst part of all this is that the deer has been living like this for years. A resident from St. Mary's, Idaho, captured this footage on April 5th, 2019, showing a deer that has a twisted head and its neck is broken casually passing past it. While the cause of the damage to its neck is not known, it has been sighted several times in the area, along with babies for over 4 years. An accident could certainly be the reason for this condition, but the deer sure seems to have moved on. Bull strangled by rope. Despite all this suffering, the bull still showed affection to its rescuers. This bull was noticed in the idle position by local residents in Bangladesh under the bushes for hours until the recorder of this clip decided to investigate. As the bull stood up, its neck had a rope embedded deep in it that was not only choking the bull to an extent, but also restricting its blood flow. The rescuers cut off the rope while the poor animal was given painkillers. They attempted to feed the bull after it was taken to the facility, but it was too weak to feed on its own until it regained strength within a few days. Abandoned disfigured cat. The fact that this cat was able to survive with an injury like this is amazing. Animal control found this cat named Gar to have severe facial injuries on the mouth and nose on the streets of Bracken County, Kentucky, and was rushed to the nearest animal hospital. For the cat to recover, it had to undergo several surgeries to be able to live the rest of its normal life, but the cost of treatment was staggeringly high. While the fate of Gar remains a mystery, it is believed to have been injured either by being mauled by another animal or attacked with firecrackers. Bull legs break. This shows that an aggressive bull is also dangerous for itself. During a festival in Spain in November 2018, a huge bull was released on the streets of a village near Madrid, and since it jumped and launched onto the ground a bit too aggressively, it had both of its rear legs broken. With broken legs, it was left dragging across the ground helplessly, while no one stepped in to help in fear of their life. A local animal control service later stepped in to help the bull, but his fate remains a mystery. Half lamb. Now this one sure is a challenge to live with every day. This footage was taken by a Chinese farmer from the Yunnan province in 2015, showing a handicapped lamb that was missing its rear body. The video soon went viral, showing the lamb that has learned to walk using only its 2 forelegs. According to the farmer, the tenacious lamb had a hard time learning to adjust and walk. Its mother gave birth to 2 other normal lambs, but local vets speculated that the mother may have been bitten on the abdomen before this half lamb was born. Cub stuck in buttocks. Though this might be quite embarrassing for the cub, it actually is sad for it to cost its life. A group of tourists that were visiting the Kruger National Park came across a huge pride of 18 lions who were busy feeding on 2 African buffalo that were hunted. Seeing how the adult lions were busy feasting, a lion cub felt the haste to eat, only to find himself stuck in the buffalo's anus. Despite several minutes of struggle, it was unable to break free, and neither did any of the lions step in to help until it was too late. After all, it wouldn't be wise for anyone to step into a pride of lions feasting, and that too, around their cubs. Tortoise totaled by eagle. No matter how hard or heavy their shell may be, it can turn into as much of a liability as it is valuable, not to mention the type of predator. Wildlife experts that were monitoring an eagle happened to capture an eagle that was attempting to grab a tortoise that was hiding in its shell, only to drop it from height in hopes of breaking it open to feed. As for the tortoise, it was left completely defenseless against the eagle. After several attempts, the eagle finally managed to break apart the shell enough to feed on the helpless tortoise. From running away to fighting back, the tortoise stood no chance. Dog stuck inside tree. Curiosity surely got the better of this dog. A couple was hiking across a trail along with their dog, when the distressed dog soon led them towards an old decaying tree, which was the source of the sound. At this point, one of the 2 fetched a shovel from the nearest hardware shop in an effort to rescue the poor dog. They managed to break apart the tree trunk after several minutes of struggle, and in turn, managed to free the dog. Frozen in ice block. This has to be one of the most brutal ways to go. A group of children were ice skating somewhere in Norway when they noticed a fox that was desperately trying to swim after falling into the freezing water under the thin ice. As help arrived, the fox happened to have disappeared into the water, only to be found frozen in an ice block days later. Since the incident took place in December 2022 and the temperature rapidly fell, the fox stood no chance of survival. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. This picture and video was captured on September 1st, 2016, in the outskirts of Burnville, Pennsylvania, showing a 4-year-old male buck that is shedding its velvet. As the process of shedding started, it turned quite bloody, leaving the recorder concerned for the buck. The velvet of the buck has several blood vessels which tend to get torn apart during the shedding process. Experts believe that although this process may seem quite gory, the bucks don't feel a thing. Goat dropped from sky. When it comes to goats, it's not just carnivorous animals that endanger them, but even the birds. A man that was hiking up a mountain managed to capture a ruthless hunting adventure where a giant eagle managed to lift a goat from the mountain, only to release it in mid-air. As a result, the goat dropped down to its death after getting hit multiple times on the head. The eagle then landed to enjoy a ready meal. Imagine the horror if giant eagles decided to change their menu by targeting humans. Cow stuck in tree. Another curious animal who happened to have gotten stuck in a tree. An Indonesian farmer happened to find one of his cows stuck in a tree while out grazing in the open. The farmer, upon discovering, using multiple tools starting from a chainsaw to his bare hands, tried to save the cow. After an hour of carefully cutting the tree trunk, he finally managed to create enough room for the cow to be able to pull its head out. Considering the modern technology, cutting a tree would only take a minute. Managing it is quite a challenge to rescue an animal. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.